I don't think it was exactly one thing or another.
As I made the statement, they were treating people just as bad in those films as they did the animals, and I didn't realise just how true it was until The Fall was brought forward, and you're looking at some of that early footage.
I was aware.
Like the guy who got thrown from the car when he got hit by the train. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's not a snuff film. I think we watched somebody get killed. You know what I mean?
Oh, you wouldn't know how many
it was extraordinary. Just that little montage at the very end, it was like, oh my God, you know, it was like an extra twist to the dagger.
I know, that's what I mean. I was watching it just going, oh my gosh, how absolutely horrible. But, yeah.
The scenery was superb.
Oh, yes.
Some of the scenery I've actually walked on some of the sets. In India, there's a lot of it is filmed in India.
I did see that,
and, yeah, and I think a fair bit of it was around Jaipur. But
Tarsum Singh, who's the director, is Indian.
There was a couple of places that I recognised. I was kind of expecting the Golden Temple to come popping up because it's such an amazing site.
It might have cost too much to clear, though. I mean, you'd have to be.
Well, it's a religious site, so it would have been quite possibly impossible to do. But you know, I'm sure they.
No, it looks beautiful. I mean, some of the parts of it are probably not as ideal as you'd want, but overall it's a fairly good tale. Yep. I mean, I enjoyed watching it, so I felt so sad for her when he's like just losing it at the end. You know, when she'd fallen over and she was lying on the table with her head bandaged.
Well,
up.
It was like when she was climbing up on the desk and then she started falling backwards and going, "Oh, this is the fall," but it's not.
No,
it's not.
No.
But anyway, so yeah, it was like. There was quite a few twists. What do you think of the acting performances of the people?
I thought the little girl did such a fabulous job. And Roy Walker, he's done so many different things.
Yep.
The Lee Pace, he plays Roy Walker.
He talked like he was related to Owen Wilson. He sounded so much like him.
Well, I think they're in America, so they're supposed to be sounding like that. I mean, he's Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's Ronan?
Yeah. You know,
oh, is he? Oh,
yes.
Right. Okay. Jeez, he got a bit bigger.
You know they use a lot of CGI.
I know.
But yeah, he's been in heaps of films. His performance was good. But that's what I mean. I found the performances of when they're not in the story was really good, fabulous.
Yep.
And the performances when they're in the story...
It's cartoonish.
It's really cartoonish. And I thought it was a bit too much so. I mean, it's probably just... They're all like that, so it's probably the direction they're given. But to me, I would have loved it to be a bit more real.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
You could tell the difference, but they didn't have to make it that black and white.
Well, it's through the girl's imagination.
Oh, I know, but I found the performances when he's telling the story to be... not quite right for me.
Personal taste.
Yes, must be.
Yes. We'll put it down to personal taste. So, what stars would you give it, Pip?
I don't know. I mean, it looked beautiful and it was a good story. I'd probably only give it a 6, though.
Interesting.
It's not one that I immediately go, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. I think everyone should watch it. It was just, it was interesting, but I wouldn't feel the need to go back and watch it again and again. Sort of thing.
It was an experience.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So I'd probably only give it like a 6.
Okay, all right.
I feel that's really low because it wasn't a bad film.
No.
But I didn't feel...
So what do you think punished it then? Because obviously something in your mind has made it...
Oh, like I said, it was when the epic tale, so the fantasy section, they could have done that a bit more, you know, they didn't have to make it real, but as in made it a bit more like everyone's more in touch with what's happening and everything. Yep. So I just found that a bit too wooden for me. What did you want to give it, Paul, for stars?
I can hear Jen listening on the other end of this.
She won't mind.
I know Jen.
Is it like one of her favourites or something?
I suspect it may well be. It would certainly appeal to her sensibilities. Look, for the sake of sounding a bit like a Philistine, being a glorious, beautiful, picturesque film, I think what it was trying to do in that respect, in that it wanted to be as beautiful as it possibly could. It was beautifully shot, and it passed that.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
Yes, but pacing was a real issue for it. I found not a lot happened, even though there was action sequences. They felt. I don't have the words to describe it.
In the story, the epic fantasy story section, where they could have gone all out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Look, I don't want to punish it overly, but I spent half the film waiting for something to really click, and like I did have an emotional reaction to it. I did get a little. Anyway. Towards the end sort of thing, when it was a little sad section, there was a couple of little...
When everyone's dying and she's begging him not to kill everyone.
Yes, and all of that.
I know, that was very sad.
But, it doesn't take much to make me do that. So, that's not a big trick.
Anyway, so...
Look.
You're beating around the bush.
I know. 6.
Oh, we agree.
Yes. Look, and I'm a pretty harsh judge, so that's my defence. That's my defence in that I am traditionally a fairly harsh judge. But the pacing for me, personally, was an issue, and I believe it would probably be pacing would be a big issue for quite a lot of people. If it's all about the cinematography.
Oh, it's not a huge action film.
No, if you want to look at it from an artistic point of view. Oh, look, you could go on the 8s and the 9s sort of thing. It's superb. Like, it's a glorious film to watch. But as a film to entertain, as a film for people to consume, and that's what I guess I was touching on, the mild pretension in it. It was very self-indulgent.
But it's supposed to be. That's not what sort of bothered me.
Okay, well, it kind of irked me. Just slightly. So yes, look, 6 for me.
There you go, 6 and 6.
Yes, all right.
Awesome.
Sorry, Jen. But look, it wasn't a bad film.
No.
I'd happily direct anybody to watch it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but look, they'll go away and I'll go, okay, all right, that was good, I think.
Easy film to
yes,
watch.
But it is a glorious film to watch, like, visually. But yeah, the pacing was really struggling for me. So I like something that's just slightly more upbeat, generally. Although I do watch some fairly trudgy things sometimes. But there's more emotional content. There wasn't a lot of emotional content until towards the end because it was so cartoony, and I like dark and twisted, complex. And there was some of that in it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it wasn't there, but yes.
I didn't find that, but I just found, if they're going to do so much effort in the real life, why, and this is supposed to be the fantasy epic section, why wouldn't they put more into it?
Why indeed. But anyway, these are not questions that we have at our disposal, the answers. So, we, after that, are going to have a break, and we shall let you listen to Paul's magical movie moments.
What is it this week?
And unfortunately, it's not Paul's magical movie moments this week.
What is it?
It is, in fact, Jolie's magical movie moments.
Well, what is it? You can't just leave me here wondering. What is it?
I'm just wondering how far I can. Sorry. All right. I just got the school teacher look, kids.
What is Jolie's magic movie moment?
He's doing his favourite speech out of the King's Speech.
Oh.
Yes, with Geoffrey Rush.
Did you watch it?
And the other guy. Well, no,
Colin
not the film.
Firth.
No, not the film itself. I haven't seen the film.
Well,
but I have to say it was a strong scene.
Well, you need to get your act together and watch it.
Well, let's put it in the book.
I will put it in the book at some point.
It's because I've got me. It's whetted my taste to indulge myself, and I think once people listen to it, they'll probably ask, "Yep, let's do this," because it was critically acclaimed.
Of course.
Yes, it absolutely destroyed everything else that came out around the same time.
It was a good film.
Well, he's a good actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
old Jeffo, So
I didn't say that.
Old mate. Okay, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe I'm walking on Chaucer and Handel and Dickens. Everything all right? Let's get cracking.
I'm not here to rehearse, Dr. Logue. Call me Lionel. So you never called yourself Doctor. I did that for you. No training, no diploma, no qualifications, just a great deal of nerve.
The Star Chamber Inquisition, is it?
You asked for trust and total equality.
Bertie, I heard you at Wembley. I was there. My son Laurie said, Dad, do you think you could help that poor man?
What, as a failed actor?
It's true. I'm not a doctor. And yes, I acted a bit. Well, I recited in pubs. I taught elocution in schools. When the Great War came, all our soldiers were returning to Australia from the front. A lot of them shell-shocked, unable to speak. Somebody said, Lionel, you're very good at all this speech stuff. Do you think you could possibly help these poor buggers? I did muscle therapy, exercises, relaxation, but I knew I had to go deeper. Those poor young blokes had cried out in fear. No one was listening to them. My job was to give them faith in their own voice and let them know that a friend was listening. That must ring a few bells with you, Bertie.
Give a very noble account of yourself.
Make inquiries. It's all true.
Inquiries have been made. You have no idea who I have breathing down my neck. I vouched for you, and you have no credentials.
But lots of success. I can't show you a certificate. There was no training then. Everything I know from experience, and that war was some experience. My plaque says L. Logue, speech defects, not doctor. There are no letters after my name. Lock me in the tower.
I would, if I could.
On what charge?
Fraud. With war looming, you've saddled this nation with a voiceless king. You've destroyed the happiness of my family, all for the sake of ensnaring a star patient you couldn't possibly hope to assist. It'll be like mad King George III. It'll be mad King George the Stammerer, who let his people down so badly in their hour of need. What are you doing? Get up! You can't sit there! Get up!
Why not? It's a chair.
No, that is not a chair. That is St. Edward's chair.
People have carved their names on it.
Chair is the seat on which every king
It's held in
and
place
queen...
by a large rock.
That is the stone of Scone. You are trivializing
you can
everything.
believe
You
all that.
trivialize...
I don't care how many royal
Listen to me.
arsenals have sat in
Listen
this
to me!
chair.
Listen to me!
Listen to you by what right?
By divine right, if you must. I'm your king.
No, you're not. You told me so yourself. You said you didn't want it. Why should I waste my time listening to
Because
you?
I have a right to be,
Oh,
and I
that's
have a voice!
Yes, you do. You have such perseverance, Bertie. You're the bravest man I know. You'll make a bloody good king.